Good morning. Mitchell, where is Flat Top? I always see morning from Flat Top. I don't know where Flat Top is. And Kevin, that's obviously Northeast Pennsylvania. Hey, Travis. Philippines, can you hear me okay? Still waiting to see where Flat Top is. That's what I want to know. So it's cold here. Yesterday it was about 20, 24 for a high. Got some snow yesterday. I thought I'd just come on here and do a live. I never do this on a Sunday morning, but it's before Christmas, and I thought it'd be kind of nice. Just down the road on the other side of Joel Berry. Yes, I have checked for a smooth drum roller for the skid loader. I've been looking around. I'd still like a designated roller, just an old one, something 20, 25 years old that just works. Thanks, Daniel. I'm still waiting to hear where Flat Top is, unless I missed it. So what's everybody doing for Christmas? Does everyone come to your house or do you go travel? Everyone's going to come here. Matter of fact, right in this room is where everyone will be here. When you put merch back on your website, first of the year, the fire starter thing is what's been keeping us super busy, which that will be back on New Year's Day. 14 people coming to our house in Friendsville. We'll probably have 20, I think is what we'll have here. How long does the fire starter keep? I think indefinitely, especially if you keep it in a cool, dry place. I have found if you leave it in like a real hot car, it'll get a little bit wet. It still works fine, but I think it will last pretty much, it'll last a long time just in storage. Matter of fact, the guy commented the other day, he had a bag from a year and a half ago. Works good. Wisconsin, 14 inches of snow right now. We just got a little bit of snow. Hey, Bad Cat. Couple 2-3 inches yesterday. Right out the road, probably got 4 or 5. We got in one of those band of snows that doesn't cross. It just, we stayed right in it, you know. It comes down from the lakes. We don't get the lake effect like they do in Erie or Buffalo, but we still get lake effect snow here. Then what happens is it gets cold just for a little bit, warms up some, so the lake doesn't freeze up. You can keep getting that kind of snow. Merry Christmas, Mike, from Uniontown, PA. I got a buddy, Steve, that lives in Uniontown. I worked on that section of highway, the one that goes from Pennsylvania right into West Virginia, part of the Monfad Expressway down there by Uniontown years ago. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to, the snow will stay here for Christmas or not. I think it's going to warm up this week. There's Dawn out in Philly. We have a good mix of people from all over. A lot in the Northeast, but in the South, A lot like Wisconsin, Minnesota, those places, and out west as well. Trying to read these comments here. We've got 902 people on right now. 10 degrees in Deep Creek Lake. Oh, there's Ken. Is there much snow down there, Ken? I always get the snow. Deep Creek Lake is probably 15 minutes from our cabin. But we are in West Virginia, and Deep Creek is in Western Maryland. A very nice place. I'd like to learn the history of Deep Creek Lake, when it was made and all that. And you could never do that stuff today, but I don't know if you're familiar with Deep Creek Lake in Maryland, but it's this beautiful lake. It's all real nice houses all around it and stuff. But they dammed up this, river, I think for a power plant or something a long, long time ago. And then that whole area just grew around that lake. Probably wouldn't be much there today if that had not have happened. Freeport, PA. I'm probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes from Freeport. You related to the wonderful wild whites. Don't know what that means. Cass Scenic Railroad. I would love to do that sometime. That's in West Virginia. When we were in Colorado, we wanted to do the Durango to Silverton and all that, but it was kind of a snowy day. The only cars that were left were outside, the only room available. And I thought, I don't know about this. But that Cass Scenic Railroad, I always hear great things about it. I'm a little stuffed up this morning. Once you get out in the air, everything gets better. Got a nice fire rip in there. Yeah, it's running wide open right now. Last I put wood on that before this morning was probably 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and there were just a few coals in there this morning, but I got to rip in and getting things back up to temperature here. The other day, we had people over. I don't know. It wasn't Thanksgiving. It was after that. And it was only like 40 outside. It wasn't that cold. And I had a fire going in here. We had about 10 or 15 people. I had it ripping, kind of forgot about it. Next thing you know, we had all the windows open. Well, at least 3 of them. It got hot. It's nice when it's about, right now, it's going to be like 20 degrees today. I can just cut that thing back a little bit and just run it 24/7, and it keeps it perfect in here. I do not have any birch trees in my neck of the woods right here. I don't know if they're around here. I don't have any here. Yeah, we're just getting into winter now. We'll see what happens this year. But the days will start getting longer soon, which I love. Yes, I still have that small 50-gallon tank. I got it at Rural King. Yeah, birch firewood is a designer wood because it looks pretty. Probably burns pretty fast, doesn't it? -2 in Mount Morris, Michigan. Yeah, hit that like button if you don't mind. There's 1,100 people on and 232 likes. I think that matters. Three degrees in Western New York. Sounds like it's pretty cold all over the place, like a heat wave here. It's probably about, I don't know what it is here right now. I know it's supposed to get up to about 23, 24. Yeah, it's 17 here right now. Snow on the ground right now is about 3-4 inches here, but just out the road, 4 or 5 or 6 inches. Hi from Puerto Rico. I imagine it's a little warmer there. Birch is the hardest dense wood they have to burn. So where are you from, Nick? Got a foot yesterday. Huh. Yeah, I'm excited for Christmas. Now that all the chaos is pretty much over, ready just to relax a day or two with the family, then on to the New Year's. Anybody into New Year's resolutions? I've never really have been. I mean, sometimes. Does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? I'd like to see that. Yeah, it is perfect flinchlock weather. And you know what? For some reason, I don't know why, I did not get any doe tags this year. And I got that buck in rifle season. And the guy that I hunt with, Tim, a buddy of mine, he hunts, with muzzleloaders with me. He got a buck as well, no doe tags. So we are done hunting for the year. No, Eva did not get a deer. She did good though. I'm telling you, her eyes, I cannot believe how well she can see. Maybe it's just I'm getting old, but like I have to wear these reading glasses, but I thought I could see really well far away still. I kind of prided myself on that. And I take Eva out for a little bit and she's like, there's one. I'm like, where? And she like took me 2 minutes to find what she was looking at. She's like, way up on the hill, up by that tree with the light shining on it. And I'm like, where? I'm looking with binoculars and I'd see the deer. I had no idea how she could see it with the naked eye, but she can. Yeah. New Year's resolution, not to make any New Year's. I like that. Keep moving. That's a good one. Yes, I did get the thermal scope pulsar. We don't have any grouse around here anymore. It's a shame. I don't know what happened to the grouse. I mean, very rarely do you see a grouse. But things change. It's weird how it happens. I saw my first turkey when I was 12 years old, wild turkey. I'll never forget. It was a big deal to see a turkey back then. They just weren't around. And we dropped my grandmother off after church, and there's a turkey. We just couldn't believe it. And now they're everywhere. And back then, it's kind of weird. We didn't really have coyotes around here, and now we have coyotes. And you would think that would hurt the turkeys, but we still have a bunch of turkeys. We never had bear around here when I was a kid, and now they pass through here quite a bit. Have I ever been ice fishing? No, but that Ken from Deep Creek Lake, his son invited me down there, said I got to come ice fishing down there sometime. I don't know about all that stuff. If I did, I'd have to be set up in one of those nice shacks. Yeah, pheasant, we don't have any. The only time we ever had pheasant is really when they stalked them. But that was big time back then. Small game season used to be as popular, if not, well, probably as popular as deer season when I was a kid. Rabbits, we don't have as many of those. There's too many, at least around here, hawks and predatory birds now. Uh, Hannah posted a video the other day of a hawk whacked a squirrel right on the road. But around here, like the red-tailed hawks and stuff, I don't remember them being scavengers back in the day, but now they are. You see them going after dead stuff on the road, and I think it means there's too many of them. But favorite caliber, I use a 308 for deer. I love a 308. Elk 300 Win Mag. Only been elk hunting twice. Have a lot to learn about that. Yeah, the bear. Matter of fact, Cliff just had a bear 2 nights in a row. He's a couple hundred yards from here, just a few weeks ago. And we had one on the camera down at the cabin maybe a week and a half ago. Elk 7mm. Yeah, eagles. Levi just got a little video one maybe 2 weeks ago above his house. We never had eagles around here. It's weird how things change, especially it gets so developed around here, yet we have all these different kind of animals that we didn't have before. But the deer are getting pinched in. I mean, they eat a lot, you know what I mean? And they need room. And there's so many housing plans around here. I think that is what we're seeing here on our property. 300 Win Mag is a boat anchor to carry around. It is, but you know what? I got a Browning X bolt with the muzzle brake. I really like that. I have an old Ruger stainless synthetic, the 300, that kicks like a mule. It is no fun at all. Years ago, a buddy of mine shot that gun. I don't know what he was doing. He's experienced, but I had a bipod on it and he wasn't really up on it right. And man, that thing racked his shoulder. And he came out like 4 days later. He was like bruised down the neck on his shoulder. It really whacked him. But that Browning with the muzzle brake, it's like my 308. I don't feed the deer. I used to, after the season or before, in the summertime and stuff. But I have that food plot out there. They're still out there hitting that winter rye, what's left of it. I'll have to get on that first thing in the spring before the Japanese stilt grass takes over. But we'll get something planted in there good. This was a tough year for it, but I hit it just right because it was dry for like 6 weeks. I mean, dry. And I got it seeded right before a bunch of rain, and it came in good. Any regrets about making the move to become a full-time YouTuber? Nah. Nope. It's kind of weird how everything worked out the way that it did. I finally got a job, like a good job when I was mid-40s, when I got my first job in oil and gas. I liked the other jobs I had before that, but this was like a good job with like lots of vacation, and then I realized I didn't like it. A lot of pointless meetings. Who works? That's what I'm curious for. Who works in like corporate America and who works for small business and who is self-employed? I've done all three. Father-in-law, he's fine after the log splitter incident. He healed up quick, but that rang his bell. I'm telling you, that was scary. Looked like a crime scene down there at the woodyard when he got hit with that piece of wood. Self-employed, retired. What editing software? I just use iMovie, IT Project Manager. I'm curious what AI is going to do to a lot of jobs. I'm a hospice nurse for a nonprofit. That's very nice. Retired canine officer. Hydro operator here in Montana. Jess, excavator, 100 houses a year. That's a lot. Digging basements and stuff, I'm guessing. One of the most difficult jobs I ever had, and one of my favorites, was when I worked in heavy highway construction for a family business. That's the thing about that. There were no secrets. You knew how the company was doing just by the owner's mood, and it was good. I like that. I like to know where you stand. Corporate America, you're told everything's great, and then next thing you know, there's a giant layoff the next day and they get rid of half the people, or you get sold. When I worked in oil and gas, I made it through, I don't even know, 4 different layoffs. I made it through 2 sales. It was crazy. You just never knew what was going to happen. My old boss, when I worked for a not small, they had maybe 150 employees whenever we were really getting it done. He was a bit of a screamer. He would flip out, but he had a heart of gold, and it was kind of just the way it is. Everybody knew the way he was. And one day I was on a shot. I was a blaster, and they had excavated right down the solid rock, which you don't do that. You leave some cover on top of the rock, so your powder is in the rock and it breaks it better. Well, they excavated right down to like a cap rock of some really hard sand rock. Well, I had to go in there and drill and shoot it. And I did. And there was just these giant boulders everywhere, which, you got to do secondary fragmentation. It's hard on the equipment. And the owner of the company pulled in that day, and he freaked out, yelling, screaming about all the big rock, me costing him money. He flipped out on me in front of a bunch of people. He had his money clip, and he just said, just wasting money. And he threw it up in the air, and it went right in the bed of a 777 rock truck. I was cracking up, and I just got in my truck and left. And I could see him over there getting with the mechanics, trying to get a ladder to climb up to get his money clip out of his truck. But like I said, he would flip out. But then it was probably a month later, I stopped at the shop, and he saw me. He comes out of his office, and he called me, and we met in the middle of the parking lot. I said, "What do you need?" And he said, "Hey, I want to apologize." I said, "For what?" And I knew what he was talking about. He said, "Down there in that job," he said, "you didn't do anything wrong. I was acting like an idiot and all that." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And I said, "I need to apologize too." And he said, "For what?" And I said, "After you acted like that," I said, "I didn't really do much for a month, and you paid me for it." And his one eyebrow would just raise, and he just turned around and walked away. But like I said, I like knowing where you stand. Rocket propellant engineer. So you are a rocket scientist. Prevent wildfires. Is that a concern? That's really not a concern here. There were a few times this last year where it was so dry, you had to be careful, but we don't really have that. One-Eyed Custom asks, what has been your biggest challenge since you started working for yourself? Time management and trying to pick and choose what to do, because there's a lot of different directions to go. Sometimes you wish there was 3 or 4 of you, but yeah, I would say deciding which direction to go. Oh, we have a visitor here. I think hedge fund manager, retired air. They're telling us what I asked them if they worked in small business, big business, corporate America. Just paid $350 a cord of wood. I'm in the wrong business. That's funny. How's Hunter doing?
Good.
Guess who's stopping up in a little bit?
Who?
I told him to get here so he could be in the video.
Who?
Plumber Jim.
Oh, really?
Bringing some pepperoni rolls for Hunter for Christmas.
Wow, that's a nice Christmas gift.
Say hi to everyone, Melissa.
Hello, hello.
Corporate jet purchase and disposal. Yeah, time management. They're saying that one. Doug asked me what's the most challenging thing since becoming self-employed, and I said just trying to decide which direction to go in time management.
Time management for sure.
We lead a different type of life here too than most. We do. It's Hunter. He's helped us and taught us a lot, but
It's
you have to plan everything with him. I mean, everything.
it's a job, and it's anybody that's been a caregiver can understand. But we're a caregiver, but yeah, we try to help him have as much independence as he can.
Yeah.
That makes sense. These are the glasses. If you watch Eva's channel, I was a guest on Eva's channel. These are the glasses that
Oh yeah. Someone
was like, oh my gosh, your glasses are so thick, you mustn't be able to see. I'm like,
I wear the 2.5s.
these are just 2.0s from like the dollar store or wherever.
But yeah, having Hunter just and the other thing with him is you can't get excited because just when you like start getting into something, then he'll need something. And it's not like something that he has to have, but like he won't let it go. Like
It's just his quirkiness.
Yeah, like if she's not here, I could be starting into something. And if the laundry is done in the dryer, he will literally start walking it down to the wood yard for me to come up and fold the laundry. It has to be done right then. And, some people say, oh, we'll just tell him no. That
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It's just.
I mean, you can tell him no, but it escalates into him getting madder.
It's just.
You have this 32-year-old in a 32-year-old body with very younger understanding, and it's not easy to explain. So
yeah, like I said, I plan everything. Every stop you make when you go somewhere, you plan, everything. A lot of times, like if I'm busy and the dryer's running, I'll go by and I'll bump it up like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Because he'll know when it's supposed to be over, and then he'll go down and check it. It's still running. He won't mess with it. So that'll buy you a little bit of time until you finish up this, and then you can do that. Or it's not just laundry. It could be a million things. The other thing I don't understand about Hunter, he's so particular about certain things, like the door in the pantry in the kitchen has to be closed all the time. But sometimes he'll walk in the door downstairs and it's 15 degrees out and he just won't even close the door. He'll walk in.
Yeah.
Certain lights have to be on. The outside lights in the building, very seldom do we ever use them. We have these real big lights, and they don't really shine in the house. They're kind of up high, pointed down, but he doesn't care. He comes over, doesn't matter what time of day it is, and we'll shut them all off.
Yeah.
Well, if people over, they're getting in their cars ready to leave, so you turn those big lights on so everyone can see what's going on. And Hunter comes over, turn the lights off. Here he comes now. That bathroom door always has to be closed. Hey, Hunter, come here, say hi to everybody.
Come here.
Come here.
Say hello.
Must have knew we were talking about him.
Yeah, he just certain quirky stuff, and it's incredible because there's huge things in life that he tolerates.
I know.
And it's the little things in life that just can set him off. And I'm like, so confused by that. But Mike does plan. He plans the day and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I do not. I like to be a little more spontaneous and just go with it, because when you plan for things to be a certain way, your expectations are that things are going to go that way. And when they don't, it rocks the boat. And, I just more go with the flow and not get upset about it.
Yeah, I don't get upset, but I do try to plan everything out and just make it go as easy as
Oh
possible.
my goodness. William Rizzo's at church right now. Okay, we're trying to be real quiet. Church is next, so we have to get ready and get to church. But
Tell Hunter we said hi. Dry Run Outdoors says hi, Hunter.
oh, in Hershey. Oh, that's great. His wife's a teacher.
Hauled 37 years of trucking. But you've seen a lot of stuff out on the roads. 37 years of trucking.
Heck yeah. Hunter's just going to continue to go back and forth, I'm sure. So now that he knows he has a little bit of an audience.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned about LASIK surgery, eye surgery. So if that's a good idea, I'm going to look into it.
I'd be scared to death of that.
Oh, I wouldn't. If it would be that I don't have.
Oh,
to
so many
wear
people have
these.
had such great success with it. My eyes, that freaks me out.
But I don't know why my glasses, although it must be the ones I ordered, they just are so magnified that they do. Yours don't look so bad. His are stronger. I put them down here so I can see like out there.
Even like his iPad, it charges at night, and we don't want him to just listen to music nonstop. So he'll listen to it from as soon as he gets up, he gets some medicine. Here in about a half hour, he'll want to get a shower. He always knows on Sundays. It's not like he's looking at a calendar, but he knows it's Sunday, and he gets what we call a shave down. Beard trimmed up, haircut. He knows what day it is. That's when you do that. But everything just has to be. And then after that, it's a trip to Sheets, a little more music. And then.
But if Mike is out of town.
See, this is weird. He took the headphones off already.
If Mike is out of town, he won't give me a lick of trouble.
He knows I'm the Sheets driver.
Yeah. Where is your headphone? Do you want to sit here?
You want to sit down, Hunter?
Sit down.
So,
what else do you want to
Hunter,
say,
there's 2,200 people on here saying hi to you.
Hi.
2,200. Big smile on his face this morning. Yeah, I just loaded that fire up just a little bit ago. Was it dead miss? Hunter, you have cost him some money. Spicy chickens from Sheets are, I should quit talking about this because we're going to be we're going to be thinking we're going right now. No, Hunter does not do church. He just it would be a lot to ask of him to sit there for.
He does on occasion. Depends what the occasion is. If Mike's out of town, I'll take him, and if not, he stays home with his dad. And Hunter's his time of sitting is limited, and I don't like him being disruptive. But we used to do it, and
when he was little. What kind of music does Hunter listen to?
He will listen to almost any kind of music. He loves classic rock, but he also likes Disney music. Country, we'll listen to country.
Yeah, he does. He does listen to everything, huh?
He does. He has a wide variety. And he'll listen to like church music. So like it's seriously a wide variety. What? Do you want to sit down? I'll go with him and see what he needs.
Okay. Your mom will fix you up, Hunter. So your son Nicholas loves watching sports. Hunter doesn't watch too much video. Sometimes he will kind of go old school and he'll want to watch like some old Disney movies that he used to watch when he was little, like 101 Dalmatians or Robin Hood, Fox and the Hound. Those are three of his favorites. But he likes music. He likes staying busy. He likes moving around. He's always on the go. I mean, he's like that right there. till he goes to bed. He doesn't sit much at all. Occasionally, he'll just lay down in bed for maybe 5-10 minutes, listen to his music, but he's back into it. You just never know with him. I'm going to text Melissa and tell her to make sure the gate is open in case Plumber Jim shows up. Boy, he's a good guy, old Plumber Jim. I hope he gets here before we wrap this up. Okay, so where are we at here? Where did I meet my wife? I told this story before. She went to a different school than me. She's just a couple years younger than me. I know that's hard to believe. She looks a lot younger than that. But she worked at a pizza shop in town. And I drove by one time and I saw this gigantic 80s hairstyle through the front window. And I started ordering pizzas at that point from this place. And 4-cut pepperoni, like 1 or 2 a week. I was getting sick of pizza. It took a while, but then I finally got her number, went on a date. The rest is history. '80s hairstyles. Now that's what I liked back then. That was. Dogs are in the house right now. There's something else. Talking about controlling your day. I'm Melissa, the dogs.
Yeah.
We're having an issue that we have to break. They want to eat each morning earlier than the morning before. What time do they get up to eat now?
Like 4:30.
Like 4:30, 4:45, the dogs are ready for breakfast. And then Archie eats and he's like, good night. He goes right back to bed.
They take a nap.
Then he takes a nap. He's got the life. Yeah, 80s hairstyle needs to come back.
Oh, I love that. I got my hair cut. I mentioned that on Eva's channel. So it was longer. I got it all cut off.
You still have quite a bit.
Yeah, I do. I got some other glasses. So these ones, they might not be as
Thick.
magnifying.
I don't know why there are ads in a live stream. I think it's that time of year, maybe.
Yeah, someone commented about Hunter being in a t-shirt.
Is the high boy definitely getting a restoration? We're not doing like a full-blown frame-off restoration, but we are going to get a little bit of work done on it and paint job. And it's a nice truck. And after that guy was here today, he checked the frame out for me and everything. He said the frame's good on it. It runs good. I would like to fix it up a little bit, though. It's not bad now, but a little patchwork, paint job, and I'd like to actually use it, you know. And I'm going to have to get antique plates for it, though, and then you don't have to go through the PA state inspection. It may pass right now as it is, but it's hard to say. It all depends where you take it to. Dale met his wife 40 years ago while working at McDonald's. That's cool. No, I never had long hair. Did I? No.
No.
Never had long hair.
Not that I remember. There's a super chat. Hobby.
Oh.
Hobby Patrick. Hobby or hobby? Patrick. Said.
Sheets run. Thanks.
For Hunter. Merry Christmas.
Hobie Patrick. Thank you very much. Slippery Rock class of 82. Slippery Rock High School. Yes, you're right there with us. I was 84. Yeah, Plumber Jim, Mike Morgan, Tom Haas need a podcast together every so often.
Fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Just do a live together every once in a while. Plumber Jim's super knowledgeable as well as Tom.
That's a great idea.
They're just fun to be around too, you know? The old dump truck Blueford, I'm not going to put any money into that, but it'll run when I need it. I can get her going and I can move dirt with it, but it's in rough shape, that one.
Yeah.
It was a $2,000 dump truck. You know what I mean? It's got a good engine in it, 3208 cat. Pike's got a run. What are some other channels that you guys watch? Just curious. Class of 84, that's me. Dude Ranch DIY, I know him. Hickok, yeah. I didn't watch it yet. I saw a video from Hickok the other day. Something happened to his channel, or was he talking about before? Because he's still on, you know. Sean Ryan show. I was just watching the Sean Ryan show earlier this morning. He had that Sarah Adams on. Whew. That was concerning, to say the least. That's 319. Arms Family Homestead, where they're rolling through here now. Diesel Creek, he's not far from here. Wild Wonderful. I know a lot of these people. We got, where's one of those candles, Melissa? From Josh and Aaron. Josh and Aaron sent us some Christmas candles. They make a quality candle, and they smell fantastic. I think they sell a lot of these, but I had the, my favorite was the Appalachian Forest. Just smells nice here in the building. Between that and just a little bit of smoke from the wood stove you get when you open the door, oh, that's living right there. It really is. It seems like there's a lot. Yeah, Diesel Creek, he's probably only 40 minutes from me. Let's Dig, Dirt Perfect. They make these candles. Wild Wonderful Off Grid. Buck and Billy Ray, I know him. It's quite thick, Logger Wade. Yeah, everybody that you guys watch, I'm pretty familiar with or know them. Easton Made. Huh. Yeah, we have 2,400 people on here. That's pretty good for a live. 1,000 likes. If you don't mind hitting it. Ryan Hall. That is the weather guy. That's that Ryan Hall that I watch. He's the best. Yeah, no joke. One of the reasons I did a live today was I started a video the other day. I was working inside a bunch, and I wanted to have a longer one for Christmas Eve, which will be on Tuesday. And I thought, you know what? I never do a live, hardly ever, and let's just do one this morning. So it worked out really good.
I want to do them all the time, but he always is like that.
Yeah, we need to do more, especially in the wintertime. Because the weather's not always the best for outside stuff. Plus, it gets dark so early. Did you see my text about the gate?
Yeah, I did. I opened it. I got an Apple Watch.
It's a real Apple Watch now.
I had an Apple Watch for this is probably over a year. But I got a new phone in, I think, September. Got my phone set up, but then my Apple Watch didn't match up with my phone.
So it was pretty much just a watch.
Until seriously, 2 days ago.
So you're up and running?
finally,
I don't have all that stuff.
I was giving up. It was really difficult. Here I had to delete everything off my watch and then start over and treat it like, and it worked. But who knew?
I'm due for a new phone. Look at this.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I've dropped it a lot of times. It's in a case, but it keeps working.
Just go buy a new phone.
No, this one's still good. Still works.
Well, when I did order my new phone, it came and it sat in the box for probably 2 or 3 weeks because he was saying then he wanted a new phone. Oh, no, it wasn't September. It was October because that was when it was his birthday. And I was like, okay, well, here's a new phone. Oh, no. And then like I hated to open it in case he was going to take it. So after like it's sitting there for a couple weeks.
I would like to get one here soon just to, a lot of people, sometimes when I'm making a video, some of the video that you see, not much of it, but like if I'm out in the woods, I see a deer or something, I'll use my phone and then I airdrop it when I'm editing. But I would like the new one. I think the camera's better.
Yeah.
Much better.
AI. It is.
Howdy from Kentucky. Ship Pusher.
Hi.
My top 3 podcasts. Good question. Joe Rogan. Well, in no particular order. Joe Rogan I listen to, depending on the guest. I don't just listen to all Joe Rogan's podcasts, but if it's a guest that is going to interest me, definitely listen to that. Sean Ryan show. And there's another one that I Timcast IRL. They're actually from West Virginia. They were imported to West Virginia, but I think he grew up in Chicago, lived in Jersey. Now they like have a compound in West Virginia, but Timcast IRL, it's more of a news thing. All they do, they go live every night and they just talk about the news, current events, politics, mostly just stuff like that. But it's a whole hodgepodge of people on there. You know what I mean? It's different personalities and different opinions. And but those would be the top 3. Timcast, Sean Ryan, Joe Rogan. I think that's it for podcasts.
Do you have a cold?
Yeah. I just stuffed up this morning. I need to get outside and move around and it all gets better.
Yeah. I just got out. I was out taking care of the chickens. Chickens don't like the cold.
The cold air feels good.
The snow. The frozen water.
Feels good to breathe cold air.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying the chickens.
Go bring in our guest, Melissa. Oh, you'll like this. We got somebody else coming on here. Thanks, Melissa. We can have a Q&A with a master plumber. Plus, he's hilarious. Oh, this is going to be good. She just went out to get him. We have an alarm, lets us know when someone pulls in the driveway in the house or here. One of the things I'd like to do is get I have the Simply Safe cameras, but I would like to have a live feed on certain parts of the property, mostly for just deliveries and stuff, you know, because we can open the gate from in here in the house or in your vehicles or whatever. But it would be nice just to be able to have a screen up showing who's down there.
He's already announced you.
There he is.
I agree. Yeah.
The world wants to see you, Jim.
All right, I'll say hi.
What'd you bring today? Plumber Jim, everyone.
How you doing, everyone?
How's things going?
Merry Christmas.
I haven't
Happy
seen you in a while.
holidays
Oh yeah, sorry.
to everyone. And
Red.
I wish you good health. Everybody, good
Pepperoni
health for
rolls?
the new year.
How long you been baking?
Quite a while, probably 25 years, I guess, 20 years.
What time did you start on the bread this morning?
3:30.
He's an early riser.
And that bread was prepped last night. That's baked this morning.
Those pepperoni rolls. So what's the story on the pepperoni rolls with West Virginia?
I was told, and I don't, you're the Google guy, you Google it. I was told it originated in West Virginia for the miners, and it was in their lunch boxes. And I do believe, because pepperoni doesn't, it's a process, you know.
Yeah.
I do believe they didn't put cheese in them when they did it
Initially.
back then. Yeah, because they would keep. But, you know, we evolved, and now we put cheese in them too. We have to put cheese in everything.
Yeah. Well, in West Virginia, I don't care what store you're in, they have pepperoni rolls. Like they're everywhere.
That's their thing.
Gyms are just over the top. Like you should get one of the little food trucks on the weekends. Go down there along the highway.
I don't know why I thought to bring it to Hunter the one time. I really don't know how that started.
The best thing you can bring.
He loves them.
I'm taking these to him.
Let me show. Look at these. She's taking these over to Hunter.
They're warm.
They're warm. Oh,
Just baked.
just baked.
I would have texted you at 3:30, but I knew you weren't up.
Not that early.
today.
No, not
That's my
today.
best Christmas present for Hunter.
Yeah, that is.
But it's the season, so good for him.
How's the plumbing business going?
It's cold out there right now. I don't like the cold. You know how you don't like the mud? I don't like the cold and the mud.
Either or.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, you know. 1 minute, like you said, 1 minute it's freezing.
I know. And then it's 40 degrees and then
Yeah,
it's
kind of
15.
this place here. I think it exceeded your expectations.
This room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm glad it took so long. You know why? Because Melissa and I were talking about this. The plans and everything changes and evolves, and you have time to think about. Like it's not like you were living here and
Right.
you had to get it done. And you know what I mean?
Right. It was
But-
really a good scenario for you.
Yeah, but everything just came together in a way we wanted. Took time.
What a great room here. Look at this. And I'll vouch, it is nice and warm in here.
Yeah.
That stove is.
I was telling them earlier, I put wood on that probably about 6:37 last night and then just let it go. Just a few hot coals this morning, but I got a ripping this morning.
It's warm.
This is the right temperature outside now.
Yeah.
So, because you can just burn. But if it gets to like 35, 40, you'll start cooking people out. You got to cut the stove way back. You know what I mean? So I use that mini split some too on those tweener days where you don't want to cook everyone out
my
of here.
brother has a stove and it gets as hot, like smoking hot. And sometimes gets too hot.
Yeah. We should come down to your place. You made your own pizza oven, right?
I did. You're going to come down.
Yeah.
I'll get you down there. Yeah, I did it. I built it in 2005, I
Okay.
believe. And that was just an evolution of me making pizza when the kids were little. And then one Christmas, I think it was the year before that, my daughter printed out the directions on how to build one off a website.
Okay.
And it was August that year after that Christmas, one of my boys said, "You're never going to build that oven, are you?" And I said, "If you guys get up off your butts here, let's get going." So we literally walked out the back door and started digging into the hill because we are in Pennsylvania. We don't get any level ground around here. Everything's a hill, right?
Yeah.
So we dig it out, and by the end of the day, we had the footprint, not a big footprint, it's like 8 by 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And we had it dug out and ready to go. And by that Thanksgiving, that was August. By that Thanksgiving, I had it 90% complete.
Yeah.
Every day I come home from work, put in an hour or 2 hours on it.
Right.
Kids were getting tired of it, because they were in high school and, one was going to college. And my wife says, you gotta lighten up a little bit. You gotta let them have some fun, So, but anyhow, they stuck it out and we got it done 100% by Christmas, I think. And we
Okay.
had one of those mild winters.
Yeah.
So I was doing stuff in T-shirt in November.
Right.
It's like this year was a little different, the weather.
It is.
I don't know how to. And I've never heard more people talk about how many bucks were out there
I know.
Everybody I know got bucks this year.
Same here.
And big racks for Pennsylvania.
And I got more video of a couple just the other night after the season, and it's just a weird year all the way around.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. Usually when we get warm, we've been getting warm right into Christmas, and then it flips, right after the New Year. But
someone asked, well, I'm sure you have 1,000, but what's the craziest plumbing story? Maybe something where you discovered something that you didn't, or like something that.
There's a lot of crazy plumbing story. I don't know about crazy. It's just
You never know what you're gonna
call. I've had a call for a woman panicking that she flushed her diamond ring down the
Oh my
toilet.
gosh.
And I told her don't use any water. And we got over there and we went to the house trap. That's where the main trap is.
Yeah.
And we sucked all the water out and we saw it down there.
Really?
And we sucked it out with a shop vac, pulled it out. That lady was crying.
Really?
Oh, she was crying. And it was like, so, those are good
Yeah.
feel stories, but not, I don't know about crazy, that's just something that comes out.
Yeah, that would go right to the trap as heavy as they, you just, yeah.
Yeah, because she said that she flushed it before she realized it fell from the tank. A lot of people put things on their tank and then they fall in, they brush, not to mention how many different things I've pulled out of sewers over the years. Oh, G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
you got them all. And they like, where'd that come from? Check your kids' toys. G.I. Joe's missing right now.
Yeah.
So
Man down.
yeah. But just it's the business. You get into some messy stuff and sometimes it's ugly,
Right.
I didn't know you were doing this today. I was just doing my thing and
I
did you mention it last night on the video?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No, I just figured a little before Christmas thing, and why not?
I texted you about what? And
an hour ago, I said you're on your way. I said good, it would be perfect. How long you been a plumber?
I started my business in 1984.
I like I know this story, but how did you and your brothers, how did you start into this?
Well, we all picked a trade in high school. And I picked plumbing. My brother was a carpenter. We all went to tech school because college wasn't really discussed. We didn't have the money and maybe even the desire. I don't know back in the day, but we were always into stuff,
Yeah.
And my other brother that's a partner with me now, he was in metal fabrication. And then he left and became a partner with me.
Okay.
But I did it because my dad couldn't get a plumber to fix all our problems on our old house. So
yeah,
we were just nose diving into everything, clearing the sewer. I was renting an electric eel when I was like 14 years old. And the guy says, "You got a driver's license?" I go, I'm 14 years old. I don't have a driver's license. And we're trying to wheel it up the hill from the local hardware store. It's like, yeah. And then you just go from there, It's just a way to make money. You wanted stuff. I come from the same way you came. You want stuff, you got to work for it, you get it. And so it just kept going.
Yeah.
40 years in business this year.
That's amazing.
Kind of crazy. And I hit my 65th birthday.
Oh, so happy birthday.
I'm on Medicare.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. That's your pay raise. You get a pay raise when you go on Medicare, right?
Yeah. We're like $1,400 a month right now just for us for healthcare. What our costs are.
Mine by myself is $1,300.
Yeah.
So but
Now, can you keep the same doctors and everything, or?
I don't know exactly how that works.
I don't know.
I bought the supplemental stuff, and
you
got to have a drug program. You got to have all that stuff, or you get penalized if you don't. I don't know. It's like,
right.
There's so many, and I'm sure I did something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I did something right too. But
when I left my real job, I was on the Cobra for a little while.
Okay.
And that's expensive.
That's 6 months, right?
Yeah, I think you could be on it for 6 months, but you'll never guess where I got health insurance from. Ross Park Mall.
How'd you do that?
UPMC had a kiosk in there with like 4 people. And someone told me about this, and it was actually good. You could sit down with someone, just walk in, you know what I mean? go through everyone instead of trying to do it all online, or because I had a lot of questions and
Right,
stuff,
right.
and I couldn't believe it. I went to the mall though, and these people were super knowledgeable. They were younger, but they knew their business, knew everything, and bing, bang, boom, it was
I
done.
think they're all doing
Instead
that.
of on the phone, and you know what I mean?
I think most of them have that now.
Yeah.
Highmark has it and UPMC.
Really?
has it. I don't know if at United, one of the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
The biggest one. I've never seen them set up anywhere.
Yeah, you just go in and it was done.
They'll take your money anywhere.
They'll take your money. They sure will. Let's see if there's anything else. And hit the food court.
Yeah.
Well, it's about 9 o'clock. I think we're going to wrap this up. We've been on for about an hour. We got 2,600 people on. That's a lot for a live.
And it's still in the middle of the morning in other places, right?
Yeah, out west, it's still pretty early.
Not for us, but
No. No.
it's time for them to get up anyhow.
I think I've been sleeping in a little bit. It's been about 5 I get up each day now.
I go to bed around 9. So
Yeah.
I always told you this. It's just a matter of when your hours are,
Yeah.
right? 9
Yeah.
to 3, 6 hours.
Yeah.
You go 9 to 4, 7 hours.
Yep.
If you go to bed at 11 or 12, you're going to be sleeping until 7 or 8.
Right. Evening from Tokyo.
When's he getting up?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everyone, I think that's about it. I appreciate everyone being on here this morning. And maybe we'll do this more often, maybe in an evening or something. But I appreciate y'all being here. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas
Me
and
too.
gets to spend some time with your family and friends and
That's what's important.
relax and then get geared up for the new year.
Exactly.
That's what my plan is.
Mine too.
But anyway, hope everyone has a great day, and we will catch you on the next one.
See ya.